Lucy shows. And so I really liked that kind of character, the sketch comedy like that. That was a lot of physical comedy, but a lot of great writing, a lot of just funny dialogue and quick wit. And so that I really enjoyed. I think that kind of inspired me too.
And of course, what are some of the projects that you have upcoming as well too? Are they involving comedy, any ER, medical, mystery, or anything like that? Or what do you have coming
All,
up?
well, all I have coming up, I've done a lot of auditions. I don't have anything booked right now in those genres. I've just been mainly doing industrials and like commercial work, but I've done a lot of auditioning. The last 2 weeks, the whole industry is, nothing happens around Christmas and New Year's. And so now it's just starting up as what used to be called pilot season,
Hmm.
where they start, preparing and lots of auditions for new shows. But now with all the streaming channels and Netflix, pilot season is, pretty much year round. But right now is when they're starting to do a lot more of the auditioning for the shows that they're going to be then shooting, this spring. And so I just been doing auditioning, and which has been nice that I've been able to video audition from home.
Ooh, nice.
And that's opened up a lot of opportunities. And a lot of the things they do, you have to have non-disclosures. You can't say, what you're auditioning for, or give any, um, social media or anything about any of that. So can't always discuss anything that it could auditioning for. But I can just say there's nothing really major at the moment. Um, Although I have some things in the works that I'm hoping to hear back from that could potentially be something really exciting.
It,
Uh,
it it sounds like really fun too. And what do you consider your favorite projects, your most challenging projects, and your most memorable moment? It can be funny, heartwarming, blooper, or anything like that.
my most challenging project, I think, was probably when I did Garroter. I played a character who had to have a lot of emotion. I had to cry a lot on camera, but then I also had to switch up and then pretend play a prostitute. And so I and I would find it very hard because my mindset is always comedy, comedy. I always wanted to get into a scene and be doing it and then find something humorous and then break out into comedy and make it funny. And so it was very hard for me to like stick to a script. And I said, nope, this is serious. I can't turn it around and make it funny because I could see the funny in so much. And so I think that was really hard for me.
What
Uh,
What do you
yeah,
consider your most memorable moment, though?
most memorable. Let's see. You know what? It's probably back when I took a trip about 10 days. I went down into LA. It was back in like 2002, I think. Didn't know what I was doing and just got with like central casting down there. And I was on set on a whole bunch of major shows that were on at the time. I was on CSI. I was on the movie SWAT. Um, it was a show that had, oh gosh, there's so many of them. Gosh, I probably did five major shows. I did a Comedy Central promo, and was just like, it was just amazing that I just got onto all these big major sets and being like the low man on the totem pole, compared to a lot of these major stars and stuff was there. So it's like, you know what? I don't want to be the low person on the totem pole.
But then
I,
again, it got to start somewhere too. So, even
yeah,
Bruce Willis had the star on the bottom of the totem pole, even
yeah,
50 Cent when he was just 50 cents.
yes, exactly. So it's like, what? I kind of want to be the ones who get the good food and in the nice room over there and, kind of work your way up. So, that was the most memorable. to
Hmm.
me.
And it sounds like it's well worth it too. And of course, we applaud you for making it up this far. And who do you consider your biggest influences in your career?
Boy, there's a few actresses that I enjoy, and people always say, "Oh, who's your favorite?" I've never been like a fan. I'm not one of those people that is like big fans of other people, and I'm very uncomfortable if I have people say, "Oh, I'm your fan. I'm a fan." And it makes me very uncomfortable.
Right.
But I've always enjoyed Sandra Bullock,
Hmm.
and I like her work. I also Jennifer Lopez. I like her the movies and things that she's done, and I tend to like people who aren't political. Don't they stick to do their job and they do their work and do a good job, and then just have a normal life outside of camera. They're not too wrapped up in the whole Hollywood thing,
Hmm.
and those would probably be the two that come to mind.
Hmm. And also too, we have a couple minutes here. What advice would you give to anyone getting into to acting or voiceover? What would be the best advice to give?
I would be to get an agent, and if you can't get an agent right away, you need to know what you need to have experience in order to get an agent. I know with the acting, you just need to get onto some sets. You need to maybe do some student films. Just get some credits. Behind you. Just do a lot of studying. If you can get some acting classes or voiceover classes, just so that you have something in your arsenal, so that an agent will then want to sign you, because then they're the ones that are going to be able to see and get you the jobs that you really want to get. I do a lot of my own getting my own work on top of that, just because I want to be working all the time. And since I do this full time and work from home, I have the time to sit and spend hours on the computer going through castings, or if I have to do some auditions, I've got a studio set up here, and I can whip out some video auditions, within 24 hours or whenever it's needed. And that's another thing to do too, is to have any equipment and things that you need on hand. Get good headshots, just get good demos, and just talk to a lot of people who are doing it and take their advice.
That sounds like a really good advice too. And of course, before we let you go, you're really busy, and I understand you got some auditions coming up. But tell everybody where can they see work like End of the Tour, Setup, Garroter, and many others, and where can they find them, and what's your website, and how do people contact you?
Well, I do have a YouTube channel. I know if they wanted to find me on YouTube, I know I have links to some of my work on there. A lot of those movies, I think you can find them on Netflix, and a lot of those streaming sites, Amazon Prime. I'm on Facebook, Carrie Bradstreet, Twitter, at CB Street. Yeah, pretty much Google search, and you can find me. And yeah, a lot of my demos and things are on my YouTube channel or on Vimeo. I know a lot of my comedy work is on Vimeo. The comedy show was called "You've Got to Be Kidding Me, America."
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of sketch comedy out there on Vimeo and on YouTube.
Yeah, that's amazing too. We'll check that out. And Carrie, I'd like to thank you for your time. You've been great. And just do yourself a favor, stay warm up there, and looking forward to having you on again soon, and give us an update on your great career.
Thank you so much for having me, Mike. I will talk to you again soon, I hope.
You've been listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios at themikewagnershow.com. Visit sonicwebstudios.com today for all your web design needs. If you would like to be a sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, call or text at 701-301-7705 or email to Mike at themikewagnershow.com. If you're a listener and would like to support our program, visit themikewagnershow.com and click on the support button and donate today. Thanks for listening, and tune in again next time on The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com.